Reid, a young man from Troup, has overcome immense challenges to reach a pivotal moment in his life.
He's now a high school graduate, and what's most important is he got to do it alongside his peers and educators who've seen him at his best and worst. In a sea of maroon, you can see and feel the emotion. Donning their caps and gowns, everyone is gathered for this momentous occasion. It's graduation day, and Cooper Reid is one of 91 graduates who will cross the stage and earn his diploma. But before we show you that moment, we got to speak to his family and their support team, who detail how he's been able to grow despite everything he's been through the past 2 years.
So there's a lot of mixed emotions.
Cooper Reid is a smart and determined teenager who experienced a life-altering injury while playing in the Troup High School homecoming football game in 2022.
Hey Cooper, we're coming over.
Now he spends his days inside a rehab facility in Houston, learning how to be himself again.
We want to get Cooper involved in participating as much as possible in the act of standing up, in the act of maintaining standing balance and keeping his head up and being engaged in any kind of activity and standing that we're trying to do with him.
Have him lean forward a little bit.
That's his physical therapist, Louis Nicolo. He says Cooper is battling dystonia. It's a neurological movement disorder, and he recently underwent a procedure to install what's called a baclofen pump, a device that helps Cooper manage muscle tightness.
Knock it out of my hand. Whoa.
It helps with dystonia and the tightness of his muscles and things that are fighting against him. If he's wanting to do something, those muscles will kick in and kind of hinder him from doing what he wants to do.
Cooper's mom, Suzanne, spends her days right by his side and is reflecting on the strides he's made.
I'm just thankful that we get to do it and do this with him, and he's a part of it, and he's here, and because it could be a lot different. It could be a very big different day, you know.
The biggest difference? Improvement in his communication.
Cooper's funny. He uses his communication board very fluently, and humor is a very complex cognitive task, so it's so cool seeing Cooper express himself.
Not being able to talk to him would be really hard.
Suzanne uses a communication board, and it's made a huge difference in Cooper's therapy sessions.
He's just always cracking a joke, you know.
That same method was instrumental for Cooper as he worked with his homebound teacher.
He works really hard the whole 2 hours I'm there and studies and, you know, does his part.
Tracy McAleb helped Cooper get through his last couple of classes. She would visit him twice a week for 2 hours and solely focus on getting his work done.
It just makes my day when I see, you know, his progress and him achieving some of his goals.
He's always been a straight A-B student, always coming in on his, STAR test. He's, always been a really good student, and he's earned it.
Earning his high school diploma despite all the challenges, Cooper is proving that anything is possible.
Daniel Reid.
Which brings us to this moment. Cooper Reid crossing the stage at his high school graduation with support from his community. As far as what's next for him,
We're just going to stay in rehab and keep working and trying to help him get stronger and improve and get to where, hopefully one day he will be independent enough to take care of himself.
and as far as his own plans for his life, I decided to ask him directly.
That it? Yes or no? Okay. That's what I said.
Big dreams that are attainable for Cooper Reid, who has a bright and successful future.